So what I'm going to go do is read a portion of it. And this is when he talks about getting presents, because that's where we're all heading. He says there were useful presents, engulfing mufflers of the old coach days, and mittens made for giant sloths, zebra scarves of a substance like silky gum that could be tug-of-war down to the galoshes. Everybody know what galoshes are?
Oh, yeah.
Blinding tam o' shanters like patchwork tea cozies, and bunny-suited busbies and balaclavas for victims of head-shrinking tribes. From ants who always wore wool next to the skin, there were mustached, the ants, and rasping vests that made you wonder why the ants had any skin left at all. And once I had a little crocheted nose bag from an ant now, alas, no longer winning with us. And pictureless books in which small boys, though warned with quotations not to, would skate on Farmer Giles' pond and did and drowned. And books that told me everything about the wasp except why. Go on to useless presents, says the other person. Bags of moist and many-colored jelly babies, and a folded flag, and a false nose, and a tram conductor's hat cap, and a machine that punched tickets and rang a bell. Never a catapult. Once, by mistake that no one could explain, a little hatchet. And a celluloid duck that made, when you pressed it, a most unduck-like sound. A mewing moo that an ambitious cat might make who would wish to be a cow. And a painting book in which I could make the grass, the trees, the sea, and animals any color I pleased. And still the dazzling sky blue sheep are grazing in the red field under the rainbow-billed and pea-green birds. Hard-boiled, toffee, fudge, and all sorts, crunches, cracknels, humbugs, glaciers, marzipan, and butter Welsh for the Welsh, and troops of bright tin soldiers who, if they could not fight, could always run, and snakes and families, and happy ladders, and easy hobby games for little engineers, complete with instructions, oh, easy for Leonardo, and a whistle to make the dogs bark, to make up the old man next door, to make him beat on the wall with a stick to shake our pictures off the wall, and a packet of cigarettes. You put one in your mouth and you stood at the corner of the street and you waited for hours in vain for an old lady to scold you for smoking a cigarette. And then you would smirk, and you would eat it. And then it was breakfast under the blooms.
Nice.